Fringe B pusher is ready to go. The SDC A pusher is getting his head in the game.
And we should warn everyone, even though this was the last scheduled race, we will have a reroll afterwards. So please stay off the course as this race ends.
And I'll tell you what, Mark, there's a huge crowd up here. I don't know about what's down there, but it's deep.
I would say this is the biggest race day shoot crowd I've seen in a few years.
Yeah,
it's a magnificently sized crowd. It's a beautiful day. The sun is just beating down.
They're already about 3 or 4 deep on the finish line as they bring Malice out to the lane 1. Up on lanes 1 and 2, there are 6, 7, 8 people deep.
15 seconds.
They're already lined up on hill 5.
We're about 4 people deep on the outside of the shoot turn, about
10,
2 people deep on the inside.
9,
it's a big crowd.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready, set.
And we are off in the final official heat. We still have one more coming up afterwards with SDC's Malice pusher staying pretty much neck and neck right now with Fringe's B, although he's starting to pick up about a buggy length.
This guy's pretty
from
good.
our
He's
perspective
no
right now. And it looks like he's going to make his transition point, and right around the 16-second mark, about as fast as the Spirit Hill one.
That 16 or 17 is pretty good, but I don't think it's like crushing anybody right now.
But SDC does push off into the free roll about 4 seconds ahead, or 3 seconds ahead of Fringe's B team at this point, and it was a nice, strong two-handed push.
It's pretty good distance right now. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a pass here.
And we are coming around the bend on Shenley Drive, passing a lot of what usually are parking spaces, but they get rid of the cars right now. And we are at the stop sign at a split time of 51 seconds,
nice
so
roll.
about a second faster than the fastest teams, and a 54-second split time for
SDC
Fringe.
taking the upper transition flag, now Fringe in the same spot. SDC rolling smoothly, taking their shoot flag, plenty of distance, no flagging interference. SDC running into the shoot at apex, running through very cleanly, just a little hop, no real spin. Fringe just a tiny bit of fishtail, but no real repercussions. SDC rolling very well up the free roll. Pretty much picked it up at the 8th or 9th window with great technique, did a little bump, and he's going to basically hit it once and shove it off in the transition.
That's a big bump.
Yes.
He bumped it once and shoved.
Yeah. That buggy is rolling well.
Wow.
And onto hill 4 on the backside, just giving it little shoves, keeping up with it, not letting it get too far ahead.
Holy cow, this might be a record-setting time.
Just so they can give a big shove off from hill 4 to hill 5, and they're making the transition with about 240,
144.
143, 144 on the clock. So if it's comparable to Spirit's time, this could be a sub 204 time.
Holy cow.
So it looks like
155 right now.
Fringe
about
made
halfway
their
through
shove.
hill 5.
8:59.
There's 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3 at the line.
And
wow.
2 minutes and 3.5 seconds, knocking almost a second off the record.
That may
time.
be a new record.
It should be a new record. And it looks like Fringe B is going to come across the line with a respectable 2:13.5.
Holy cow.
Which was a 2-second improvement over their time yesterday.
That SDC time is crazy.
But I think anything that starts with 2:03 is insane. And I think everyone for years has been talking about the mythical sub 2-minute time. And when you start seeing teams putting up times of around 2:03 on the clock, you start thinking more and more about how feasible that might get in another 5 to 10 years if they can make some big technology breakthroughs and get some even faster runners on campus. So I believe we just saw history in the making, and with almost a 5-second improvement over the next fastest time of currently 2:08.05, which will likely be re-rolled, Pika is going to have to drop another 5 seconds off their time. They took 2 seconds off their time yesterday in their heat earlier today that was protested and will likely be re-rolled. With a time, it looked like it's going to start with 2:03 something.
Yeah, they're bumping that time down already, and that time was just amazing. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 2:03.1 maybe. That's my guess.
And flawless shoot turn. SDC's had some problems in the spring. I guess, when you cross the line, cross the edge in terms of your performance in the shoot, you learn where the edge is, and they clearly were rolling fast but rolling clean. And a great pickup on hill 3 with a motoring buggy, and you see the results.
So I was wrong. My unofficial sources are looking at me with a 2:03.26. We'll see what the AFIO board puts up, but if that stands, that's a brand spanking new record. And from what I heard from the judges, Pike has been granted a re-roll because the Sigma Nu flagger in the chute actually impacted the Pika's push bar. So it didn't seem to be a big issue. I don't know if that really hurt their time, but that little bit of interference is mean to grant a reroll. Of course, Pika's going to take it. Looking at the time right now, they're already in second place. So they obviously want to win. They're going to risk getting even maybe a slower time. They'd like to shave it off. But when you look at any buggy roll, if anything impacts that buggy and interferes with it, there's a potential for a reroll. In this case, a Sigma Nu flagger impacted the Pika's push bar, so the Pika gets a reroll.